Alrighty folks, welcome back. So we got a couple quality Beamer videos for you today. Mako and them did a really great review to this, but this is a good one, and you know, me and Dad are gonna give our perspective on it.
I'm glad they did this one because this proves a couple points I've been saying all along. Like I'm talking to two people that are.
He get a black roll.
Are we good? Or?
Yeah, go for it.
I forgot where I was at in my head, bud. Go ahead.
Well, I still gotta sign in, so you got time to think about it. Proves a couple good points.
Just proves that I'm talking to people that he's had family members that hate him. But the way I understand it, none of his family members dig him, like him. I mean, and it's been like this for a long time. But this video right here proves what I've been saying all along about how the house was his inheritance from Jump, how he knew it, and all that shit. I mean, I don't know.
Alright, ready? Here we go.
Welcome back, everybody. We're back here with Beaver and Son Garage, and today the son's not with us. He's upset that I made a video yesterday of moving his van and his Cadillac down there. And there was no reason for him to get, bent out of shape about it, but he did, and I apologized to him. So today it's just Beaver without the son, and we don't know if the son's coming back.
Wish your boy would wise up and leave
Son's
your ass
gone
the fuck
down over
alone.
here. And,
You fucking user.
the day's
I'm
ended.
proud of you, Ryan. I mean, you know,
Saturday.
so video.
And
I mean,
I'm just
you
a
gotta
man,
be getting
people.
sick
I
of
make
this shit,
mistakes.
Ryan. I mean,
I'm not
your
perfect,
family
you know.
says you're
And
a
I'm
good
a man
kid
living in a
that's
lonely
got dealt a
world.
really bad hand in
And you can
life.
see I just got back from the dollar
You
store.
ain't had it easy on your mom's
Got
side
me
or your
looking at
dad's side.
groceries, some dog food, because I'm out. My son was supposed to bring me some dog food back, and he didn't come
I mean,
back.
they don't say nothing
So
but
I had
nice
to, you
things
know,
about you, man.
Improvise,
I mean,
pick up some food. He usually
Your
picks up
dad
the dog
now,
food,
that's
and
a
he
whole
usually
nother
comes back.
story.
So he probably not going to come
Beaver,
back.
But they don't elaborate. I
know
can't
the
get
video.
to elaborate on
So I don't know how
something
long
about
I'm gonna be
accusations.
on
There
this
was
channel.
accusations
He
made.
deleted the video
I mean,
from
I don't know what the
yesterday.
fuck, but
He may delete this video.
so anybody
Okay.
else out there in his
But if
family
he
wants
does,
to
he
talk
does.
or
There's nothing
any
I
of his
can do
old
about it.
friends,
But here we go.
please hit us up. I
Flavor
mean,
today, a Rotella shell.
Beamer, why should your boy have to buy you dog food?
$5.40.
Why should your boy have to buy you everything he's bought you?
why should he have to buy you anything? Peter? I mean, damn, Barry, explain to the world why he should have to buy you anything. Why, explain why you can't work a full-time job, but you work full-time jobs in your life, but for no more than 4 or 5 years at a time, they said, and that was pushing it, that was stretching it. Both people I talked to said the same exact thing. Just like home. You would live at a home until you get evicted. Then you run them off.
Showing off the junk that he's never gonna do nothing with.
That my son has. And I bought one.
You'd run to mommy, I'm getting evicted, mommy, I'm getting evicted. And after years and years and years and years of that shit.
Hey, Beamer, you can say whatever you want about your brother and sister, but I bet they got a significant other that lives with them. I bet they have kids, you know, that are always around. I bet they have a family. I bet they go to each other's house. They have each other. They have significant others, unlike you with your lonely bitch ass.
You just see it sitting next to the white tow truck in between the bonnet.
I bet they're more successful than you. Bet your bitch ass.
That's the Skylark. And a couple Grand Prix, a Bonneville, a Toyota Corolla. It looks just like the Geo Prism. This car is identical to the Geo over here. So I got another one just like it for a parts car that I got from a great friend. Grove Street OG, Robbie Grove. Appreciate you, Grove. Appreciate you, Grove. We call him Grove Street OG because, you know, that's the nickname I gave him. So, Old Grove Street. So we're going to go down the lane here. We're going to block our own truck in with my son's van because we're using it to go get the groceries. I hope they don't get mad about that.
I mean, you beat the tar out of your kid's cars. How, like Mako said, how would you feel if Ryan took your precious little bitch-ass Mach 1 and did it?
And if he comes back, he's got a place to put his Roadmaster. And his Roadmaster parks in this hole right here. And that's where I put the van at. So I had to pull it out of the hole. He usually drives the van to work. And that's his Cadillac I drove yesterday. He got so upset that I took it out. And I built this whole car. I rebuilt this whole car. And he got upset that I drove it on the channel. And I apologize.
So because
to him,
you
know,
build it, that gives you the right to
It wasn't that
drive.
big a deal, son. It wasn't like, did something
Beamer,
really
you don't
bad,
just drive it. You start him up and fucking rev him to 6,000 RPM. and beat the tar out of them.
Off the glass.
Like he owes you something, but right there, Barry knows that you need to warm cars up. That's what he's saying. I took it down the street and warmed it up.
It's a never-ending process. There's some bumpers for our 72 Skylark.
Yeah, how many times you show them
and
off?
Our 71 that we have. A couple front bumpers, a rear bumper. Seemed like I had two of them. Yeah, I do. Got two rears, two fronts, and there's one rear.
I didn't
Here's the other
care
one.
about this whole video. There's just
So
a
we got
couple
two
things in
too,
it.
so-
Mako did a good job on the video.
We got two cars.
A kick-ass
We got
job.
two cars. We bought
I'm
that,
glad they did the
late
video
in the summer.
because
It
it's
was a
true.
winning, situation.
I'm telling the truth.
We
I'm not
ended up
bullshit.
scoring two more Skylark two-doors, like the one under the blue tarp. You know, we got one over there, 71 Skylark, but it's a four-door version, you know.
They got a couple lined up for you guys tonight.
Four-door
This is
flavor.
just one that we really wanted to quickly cover.
And there's my 2001 Bonneville. I just love that car. I paid big money for that car.
Yeah, you paid $6,000 for it, didn't you?
My great son, one of his friends had this car.
Look at that goofy
Oh,
pedophile.
man. Who gives a shit about
He
you?
was
Get to
able
the
to,
part where you're talking about your mom, your brother, and your dad.
I'm
That's the
find
part
out
I
where
want
the
to
guy
get
is located, and
your sister,
I was
your
able to
family.
get it. So that's my car.
This is the
Is there
same
anything
old
there?
shit.
Yeah.
Because he says it all in this video right here, dude. I
I'm
mean,
always checking on.
if you listen to all his videos, you can pick up on what he says. But
I use it on the Bounty Hunter, the tow truck videos I use. At least I used to do.
Millions and millions of dollars in money.
Talking to Mr. Wilson.
when
so
the first person told
hopefully
me
he'll give me a
of
call.
that his inheritance gave
We'll
to
get
him
out
when
there
he got
and
that
do another
house,
towing video. If we still have a channel,
it clicked.
I don't know. You know, channel's up in
They was like,
Yeah,
why do you
right
think
now
he
my
talks in
son's
his videos
drinking
about
with
it?
Listen.
3
He
years.
throws
of
Ryan
hard
underneath
work
the
of
bus.
mine of making videos may just be all in vain. You know,
Yeah,
it's a
3 years of him
video,
making
so-
video. He throws Ryan
And I
underneath the
can't get
bus.
the video back. And once you upload a video on YouTube, I don't care if you save it on the computer or what you do with it, you can't upload it again on YouTube. So that video is lost forever, and it was doing really good. It has some good content. The views on it were, you know, going up on it. It was 40-something views. Last I checked on it before my son deleted it. So, but that video is history. It's gone. It's over with. Let's move on to what we're doing today. And what we're doing today is we're getting groceries. And we got an oil flavor over there, but it's the wrong blend. It's a 5W 30. It's the wrong blend for what we're going to do. Man, we'll get out of here. So we're going to leave the groceries there. Come back and get them. It's cold out here today. It went from like 55 degrees down to like 17 overnight. And it's still cold right now. It's just maybe a
Welcome to the
freezing
Midwest, Barry.
a little bit. So let's go down here and we'll show you what we're doing here. We're changing the oil on that John Deere tractor. That's what we're doing today. This is what this video is about. We're doing an LOF, a lube oil and filter. We're going to change the oil, change the filter. We're going to get the grease gun out and grease it, lube all the fittings. It's called an LOF, people. I don't know if you ever heard of it or not. Most of you have. What you know what
Barry,
an
this
LOF
is an awesome content,
Lube,
buddy.
oil, and filter.
This is
Here's our
amazing.
great Mach 1 that I own. Here's my son's Hearse, our Cadillac Hearse that needs some love. The frame is in bad shape, so we gotta get the frame fixed.
Another one that the
That's what
frame's
Thomas
fucked
does
up on. That's
some
what I'm
kind
telling y'all. The
flex
cars that
tape.
you don't put out on the road are unsafe. They either don't have titles A,
It's gonna have to
or the
drive
frames, the
gear.
underside, the drive gear, the running gear is so
And the
bad,
rope's gonna have
it's
to
not
be
safe to put on the
right
road.
there. There's probably holes in it. It's gonna have to be welded. Probably gonna take the headliner. It's gonna be a lot of work. And I don't know how much we're gonna put into this. But I want to fix it up. The car runs really good. It's got an LT1350 in it.
Ooh,
It's got a Posi-Track rear end in it.
race car.
It's got our
It's got the
famous
junkest LT one they made.
What's up,
The
Bob?
worst one they made, that car has.
He's not. He's kind of bashful right now. Anyway, so there's our boom truck. My truck that my son bought me. Needs a flywheel.
Another one.
Gear.
Ryan bought him.
It's
So
a
the
fucking waste.
transmission's gonna have to
It's a
come out,
fucking waste.
pull the transmission
Look how
out,
bad that
and then
truck's
remove
rusted
the
out and sit there.
flywheel,
Look at the bed on it.
Replace
Shit,
that
folks. I
gear
mean,
on the flywheel.
Dad, he's a collector.
There's the Roadrunner.
This is a
Part four's
collection.
gonna come up. Hopefully tomorrow we're gonna get back on this.
I mean, he has literally stacked shit all over that car, stacked tires up against it on rims, everything else.
Superman, you know, like I, used to be, you know,
Barry, you wasn't never no Superman, bud.
that we're going to use on this video.
You can't even be classified
And
a
it's
man.
a 5W40, so that's the wrong flavor. we need to have like a 10W40 or something close
He's
to
got
that.
both parts.
So here we go over here on the channel.
Bullshit.
with the
He's
oil
100%
change
bitch, is what he
on
is.
the John Deere. So the
Coward
John Deere
is what he is.
drain plug.
Anybody
right
that's in
there.
the children are cowards.
That's the drain. You turn that right there, and here comes the wolf.
And like Marco said, what the fuck's the deal with the tape? I'll bet you if you ask him, he'll say, "Oh, it was because I didn't want to get in trouble for having a brand on my shit or something." Why else would you have duct tape on that? I mean, unless he's already staged all this shit.
Yeah, that's what I said. Maybe for grip, but you
And
can't.
warmed up the oil, but I didn't. So it's kind of too late now. You know, my friends down there at AutoZone's got 2 more of these filters, so we'll go get another one if it doesn't come out like I want it to. And it sure don't got much oil in it. It doesn't
He
look
pours
like it.
about
Going over to one side, you
fucking
should
5
take this
quarts
oil
in this fucking
on a
thing.
level surface, and
It's only a hold a quart and a half, 2 quarts top.
that doesn't look very good. Yeah.
Maybe not even a quart and a half. Maybe a quart. That's only a
Not coming out
single
very
cylinder,
good.
I think.
That's not even what we got out back. That's not even a V twin.
Molasses coming out of there. At least it wasn't like it was when I first got the mower. When I removed the drain plug out of it, it came out and it looked like silver paint. So
There
we're
you
gonna
go.
let that
Swallow
drain.
your fucking snot,
Let's see if we
Barry.
got another flavor here. In the Great Motorhome, or MOC we like to call it, our Mobile Operational Center, and our battery charging center, where we charge the batteries at. We got this cool Duralast trickle charger.
Doing all that shit
And I
on the
just love
elements.
this battery maintainer. It's got this little hook
What's in
right
that
there,
car for?
and it just hangs right there. And I told the Barry, and when it's green, that means that was charged. So then you go to the next one, and we got a few of them here. So we'll go to the next battery and
Type of
switch it
motherfucker
over.
to leave a battery on concrete.
And-
I'm surprised the motherfucker leaves the batteries outside. He's so afraid somebody will come back here and steal his shit. I mean, no, that's $10 a piece right there. And somebody makes $50 still on batteries.
I'm gonna reach. Here we go. Okay, so positive, negative, and it should be a yellow light.
Like I said, Mako
It
covered
looks
this whole
green
video
on
and
the
did
camera,
an
but
awesome job.
That's
on it.
yeah.
I just
there's
want
green
to
there.
talk here.
Let me know
Get
it's
the fuck
hooked
in
up
the camera,
correctly. The
bitch,
clamps aren't
and
reversed.
say
And
exactly
the
what I've
little
been saying
sad
this
sign
whole
there
time.
is for a bad battery, but it's charging. So we'll let that charge on the next battery, and got a cool wheel here that we bought from the Pumpkin Run.
Chevy
This
Rally.
is a Chevrolet Rally, Corvette Rally.
Corvette.
So it's an 8-inch
Yeah,
Rally,
who gives a shit? They
the
didn't
tire
come
it.
on anything but a Corvette, right,
Well,
Barry?
he's gonna get
Couldn't
this
get them on
minus going
a
on
regular
that.
Chevy of any
And we
kind?
got another
Had
tire
to be
with
a Corvette.
rollback that'll go on the other
More
side.
you know, right?
Unfortunately, they're mix matched. You know, the tread is not right.
Hey, you know it probably had the original
And the
part
side
number on it, and he
wheel
ran the
doesn't
part
look
number.
right, 'cause that's a 215. And this is, what is this? I might have to pick up another tire. This is a 225. So yeah, that's a 225. The other was a 215.
What,
So we're gonna see
14 or
what's got the
15,
best
Barry?
Tread. This one here, geez, tread doesn't look that very good. So
Because
Probably
it was a
gonna see what
14,
the
it
other car
definitely
looks
wasn't no
like.
fucking Corvette.
with dust. Well, that's drainage. It is going to take a while. Look at that. It should only be about a quart.
Barry, looks like all that shit you've been
And
talking
the flavor
lately.
we're going to use, I'm not going to use that Rotella there. We're gonna
The
have
minute
to
he
go in
gets
and
to
find a
this
different
one
flavor.
point, we'll move on to the
Let's
next
see what's
video, because
got
I'm not going to watch the whole 40-minute
We
video.
have some other Rotella, and the flavor is
And
gonna
he
be
literally
540.
takes 40 minutes to do an oil change. I mean, if this was at a fucking, at like a
540.
Jiffy Lube or something, you would be
It's all
fired.
540, so.
Look, he went and bought more of the shit that he had.
Is that 542? That was 540 also, so. It looks like the flavor's going to be 540.
Typical Gordon.
I'm not going to go out and buy a
Not even smart enough to go to Walmart to get his
for
oil.
this mower. I'm going to use what I have.
Genius, man.
And that's a 542, so. The Rotella,
Bitches that he's broke, but
synthetic. This is synthetic extreme temperature, so triple protection, heavy duty diesel engines, and it's not a diesel, but it doesn't matter. You know, oil's oil when it comes to something like this. You know, certain cars, you know, you should have the right oil because of the viscosity, the clearance.
Viscosity?
Yada, yada, yada. And that's
fucking
true.
dude's a Riri.
But like I said, I'm just a man. You know,
You used to say, I'm just a girl
and I
in
need
my
to
own
find a
world.
battery that goes anywhere.
I wish everybody would let Barry
Get me outta here,
be.
you know?
I wish Barry, I wish that trailer would come up for sale front or for rent. Because I swear to God, every time you come to the house, girls just want to have fun with be
I'm
playing.
gonna save
That reminds me,
$1,
Beamer.
Save $1.
I believe you probably live in a modular. You probably live in a double wide. But go down in your basement and show us the floor joists. Show us the up. Talked all this shit about people living in trailers. I bet you live in a fucking trailer too, bud. Because you got a concrete fucking foundation all the way around that motherfucker. Your basement's poured. I'll bet you that's a modular if they pulled in back in the early '80s and set up.
Sam 2 or Sam 3, right there. I guess a wall.
It is all ate up underneath.
Yeah,
his
door's
rotted
away.
off.
Sam 1. So my buddy Sam Steele. There's
Hey
Sam,
Barry,
buddy.
is that green
Right
treated
there,
plywood?
Sam 1,
You know,
Sam
for like
3.
decks and stuff.
Sam
And
2
I got a
is
question.
somewhere.
Has anybody ever talked about this? Why is Barry's
I don't know
cat's
where
name
she's at.
Sam?
Probably
All
both.
female cats.
We'll go back up here. We're going to show.
I think he's trying to tell us something.
Wink, wink.
And there's Preston.
Wonder why your deck's rotted out. Don't you got enough common sense to know why decks have spaces between the boards, Barry? That's so water can run off and they can dry.
Good girl. I think
You
she's
put a
pregnant.
fucking quarter-inch plywood down on top of your shit and wonder why it's fucking rotting out and falling apart.
I like to call the ball, or excuse me,
Ah,
the spring fold. So I got her pregnant, not me, but I got, you know.
See what I mean?
Pregnant. There's GB.
I thought them
What's up,
kids looked a
GB?
little like Barry.
Baby.
Kind of droopy eyed and shit.
She's not very pregnant. There's one there.
Walking with a gimp.
Bow-legged. He is
He
bow-legged.
was born here. There's Sam.
Hey, he was an athlete.
Marco pointed that shit out. He was a water boy.
Sam too. What's up, girl?
Mama said, mama said, mama said.
Hey Barry, did they pay you extra for Adam Sandler to play you in the movie?
You wasn't running. You're bow-legged, homeboy. Next, you're gonna say you was in an accident, and that's how you got.
And
No,
that's
you
a
wasn't. You was
final
born
baby.
like that. You probably had braces on your legs like a kid, like my sister
Let's
did.
see where Albino baby's at. Albino baby.
My sister was bow-legged, but she had a leg out of her spine.
Look at this house, people.
Baby.
Oh, Mako pointed
That's
it.
what
Yeah,
they
you could already
were.
tell. That's what I kept saying.
That's
But
the same he
ashes,
did.
when in that one video he shows his chair and there's ashes just all over it, dude.
Now there's cigarette butts.
Oh, yeah.
Go watch Mako's video. He'll slow it down and show you guys the ashes and shit.
The cigarette
The cigarette butt.
Half the cigarettes are sitting on the floor.
You have no right, Barry, to talk about anybody else being dirty or nasty. You fucking throw your nasty ass cigarette butts on the fucking ground. You are fucking nasty. And it proves if you don't have to work for what you have, you don't fucking respect it.
Right.
We're gonna go get the filter for this puppy.
There's fucking number 4 that he's already done his video. So it's on stop.
House. So it's not, you know, for the faint of heart, you know.
Look at this.
Now listen, huh?
It's dirty. It's unclean. I need a woman over here to do some cleaning.
So now you're
women,
sexist.
So now women are only good to clean your house, Barry. What? You're not a man. You can't clean your own house. You're not an adult.
Barry's got hemorrhoids. He's sitting on a pillow.
That's my Red Ryder. I just bought that. I had one like that when I was a kid.
Where's the shotgun,
And I
Barry?
bought me another one. So there's my gun.
Yeah.
It's sitting at the front door. A Red Ryder.
What are you gonna do with that? Piss him off?
Somebody freeze frame that right there and put it next to the other one. You'll see
That
it.
needs to be shot. You know, with a BB gun, you know.
That's,
So-
that's not gonna stop anybody. That's gonna piss him off.
Yeah, he's
Gotta
got
keep a little
something.
bit of heat that we have in there. And
That's just to slow him down till you get to your 12 gauge, right?
we're out. So our video before last was the Stump the Chump video. And that's the filter I got for the
Damn, you're
4K.
stumping yourself?
And then one before that was the
Stump the
Slayer
Chump.
Blade over there on the green tractor. So, you know, we don't have any snow, but I was planning on using it to push the gravel with.
Oh, Barry, there's a point I wanted to make in this video. And earlier in this video, you talk about how once your boy deletes the video, no matter if you have it saved to your laptop, you can't re-upload it. You're a fucking retard. Anybody that does YouTube knows that you're full of shit on that. You're just too lazy to re-upload it.
You know, Christine still needs the other half cleaned out.
And I don't know why you re-upload the same fucking videos. How many times are you gonna show us that truck being rolled over?
So we got the, you know, the spark problem.
Did I tell you that one?
Put a HEI
He reposted the short a couple hours ago of him walking around that rolled over truck talking about, I survived, God had something planned for
Put a brand
me.
new fuel pump in it. That didn't fix the fuel issue.
Built
And of course, the
fucking
flywheel's still
Ford
gotta be
Tub.
dealt with. So it's going to
Built
take
like
a
a
little while,
rock.
but I'm going to get a gear for it. I got to get it
Now,
apart.
listen,
I'm
folks,
have my
he's
neighbor,
showed everybody he's got a whole
Steve
flywheel
Shane,
for his truck.
Shane Bo-
He's
Orton.
talking about he's got to
Let's
get a
see
gear
if he'll
for
come over
it.
here and help me get
So
it
is the
apart.
flywheel his or did he
And
sell it
then
on
we'll get the,
Facebook? I mean, I'm
flywheel sent out,
confused.
get a gear on it. Get it back
Well, where'd
in
the
there,
PS5
You
go?
can't tell me it's going to be cheaper to take the flywheel off, ship it out, shipping, freight
fuel
costs on that,
issue
and
for some reason,
get it back,
the
then
screw I
we
put in
can
there seemed
order a
like
new
it was
flywheel.
not right. It was making some noises, and I didn't like that. So we're gonna see what we can see. You know, we're gonna do what we could do, and
There's that
that's all we
badass
can do.
500 horsepower racing quad.
Okay, so just like I was showing my son on the last oil change video with the van, I like to take the filter and put it upside down.
Your
in the
son
box.
at this point had to be 35, 36, 37,
I
38,
take
30,
the oil
whatever the fuck.
flavor
And the boy did not, you never taught him how to change the oil. My kid knew how to change the oil since the time he was fucking 12, 13 years old. I mean,
And I just put a little oil in.
Hell, I was hoping you changed the engines at that
So
age.
if I
Right,
spill
I mean-
some, I apologize, but you know I'm one-handed. My son should be here running the camera.
he's a genius. He'll fill this
But like I
motherfucker
said,
all the way
he's
up and
mad
turn
right now.
sideways.
He
You
may
watch.
not come back to us. You know, I hope he gets over it. I apologize, son.
Well,
I
no,
didn't think you'd
you
be
ran
mad
his
there
girlfriend
because
off.
we're right.
You literally
But, you know,
ran his
it is what
girlfriend
it
off,
is.
dude.
You know, Dad didn't mean any harm. You know, you're blocking my car, my truck in every day, and I just thought, well, that'd be great. You know, content. You know, I'll show his vehicle. I'll take it for a drive, move it. And it wasn't that big a deal, son. It really wasn't. You're making a mountain out of a molehill.
You fucking floor his
So-
shit. You fucking
Yeah,
run to
get over
6
it,
grand.
get home.
You're gonna blow the rods out and make this
Blonde
poor kid
hair.
pay for a new engine.
Right. I mean, does he dog it in the video?
He dogs in every video. He's took that Cadillac out in one of Mako's videos and he's fucking dogging
It
it.
looks like it's
A Cadillac ain't made for speed.
None of them BPOP,
I just feel that.
whatever the fuck,
Doesn't feel
BPOC, none of it's
That's
made
a shame,
for
man.
RPM.
I'd like to put it on
They're
Not
all
even
made
when
for
they're
bottom
new.
end.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
not made to spin at high RPM.
I don't really want to put it on dry, you know.
No, Barry, you fill it halfway full,
Gotta
then you
shake
can
it
turn it
down in
sideways.
there, you
Fill
know.
it halfway full, let it sit.
Yeah.
For a minute.
Oh, here in a minute he's gonna be like, that's not against the EPA
She looks like
regulations.
she's about drained. It's still draining. Now I got a pretty good puddle right there. It's not, you know, leaking on the ground. So
Kind of like your bed when you wake up, huh?
EPA. No, there's not any EPA issue, Matt. My brother's such an ass.
Dude, listen, anybody, if you're working on a car and people see you letting oil hit the ground, they'll turn you in, and then the EPA will come to your house because it is an issue. Because if that shit ends up with somebody's well down the road, they're going to find out where it came from.
Let me tell you something.
But with Barry, it's not that hard.
Everything for my son.
There you
You
go.
know, he stole all the money and all the inheritance that my son had coming to him by changing my mom's will, by using some crooked lawyers to help you, by, you know, writing up a new will. You know, you crooked son of a bitch, you know. You're going to get yours, you know. Let me tell you,
Let him talk.
there's a man upstairs, his name's God. God's going to get you. He's going to get you for what you've done. So that's enough on that. Okay. So the oil has been dropped and changed.
Is he done talking about that shit?
And
for
my
a minute?
sister's
For a
part of
minute.
it too. So
Listen,
Jody,
folks,
you know,
that's what I've been
it's
telling you.
gonna
That's
be
why
falling
his
on you,
his
too.
Hang on.
relatives.
The bad karma, you know, God's gonna get you too for everything you've done. You know, stealing
sister.
the, you know, the family house, letting Matt put it in your name if he didn't want it. You know, and now you're, you know, fixing it up, trying to, you know, make a daycare center. What a joke! You ain't gonna make a daycare center. That's a residential house. You know, it's not gonna happen. You know, so you know, dream on. You know. But you got one coming too, Jody. You know, God's going to get you for what you've done. And I hope Mom's up there and she's going to be smiling down when it happens, you know. But that's enough of that, guys. You know, it's something I needed to say. You know, I've been putting it off, you know.
Alright, hang on a minute.
And I've done it, you know. I
Is he
told
talking
you
about Joe
guys,
yet?
you know,
Mhm.
what, you know,
I'm gonna pause it for a
I
minute.
feel, you know.
I'm gonna
I
pause
feel
it for a
back
minute,
in
you
the
guys.
summer, Had said I stole some stuff.
All right.
Now, listen, that's what his family members have told me. The two that I have talked to, they said that Barry knew he wasn't getting an inheritance because he kept his whole life has been a fuck up, right? His brothers and sisters, they all did what they were supposed to do. Barry wasn't. Barry would get evicted from house. He would live in the house for 3 or 4 years or whatever, if that long. They said he never lasted at nothing for more than 3 or 4, maybe 5 years tops. That was pushing it. They said he would live in a house and either he would junk it up with cars or hoard it up and the landlord would evict him. Or he wouldn't pay his rent and he'd run to mommy. Mom, I'm getting evicted. Mom, I'm getting evicted. So eventually, they knew they was up in years. They was retired. They was getting some. They had money, you know what I mean? So they was like, look, we're going to buy you a property. That's your inheritance. When we die, you know you don't get anything. You know, your brothers and sisters will split the cash and shit up. That is why Barry says his son. Notice he does not one time say they stole the inheritance from me. Because in Barry's head at that time, he was like, hell yeah, Mom, do it. Let's do it. Because in his head, he thought his boy would get the inheritance and he could control his kid. That's why he thought of you, Ryan. He thought you would get that money and he would do what he's doing to you right now. When I say things, I won't say it unless I know it's true for a fact. And these people have no reason to lie about it. I'm glad Mako did this video because this proves my point. Because you have to pay attention to his other videos to hear him say it. But he spells it out right here, plain as day. His inheritance was this property. Period.
All right. Let's break up the second part. Dad, can you have a daycare residential house?
Yes, you can. You can do it up to so many kids, at least in Indiana, and I'm sure Ohio's no different.
So
you see them all the time in neighborhoods.
So my question to you, Barry, is why do you talk the shit you talk without actually knowing what you're talking about? Like some of it's like the big black Pontiac thing. You mouthed off it and you didn't know your ass from a hole in the ground on that.
Ryan, he thought he was going to get that in house and stuff and everything else because after your grandma died, your grandpa let you stay there and shit. I mean, and then he thought he could control you. He knows he can control you, kid. You're not a kid. I'm sorry I keep calling you kid. I'm sorry. I truly am. He knows he can control you. He thought you would get your cut of the inheritance and then he could just come in and do what he's doing to you right now. You'll be taking care of him. And look, it still worked out. You're still doing exactly what he knew you was going to do.
Yep.
You're bankrupting yourself. You're destroying your future because he don't want to work, kid, man.
$12,000 in debt to Capital One.
And I'm sure that's not all your dad, but think about it. If you wasn't buying his, how much do you spend on cigarettes a week, Ryan? Do you even smoke cigarettes, dude? I mean, you got to at least be spending $50 a week, at least $50 to $100 on cigarettes for him. Paying his property taxes. I mean, you could do better on your own than you doing with this ass clown.
All right, and one of the final things I'm going to get on to before I let the jail part play out because he talks some shit about jail.
Something else I told you.
Yeah. Something else we called, but he said he was never bullied in that.
Just like he has assault charges from the 80s. And he has two different counts of stealing from the elderly and disabled. There's two different ones.
So, I have a bone to pick, Barry, with you real quick.
Go ahead.
So, your mom would be okay with you being attracted to little kids, huh? She'd be okay with that, right? Yes or no? Answer that shit tomorrow in a video. She'd be okay with that, right?
And you mean to tell me she would be smiling down on heaven looking at what you did to what you've done to Ryan? Take out the racist shit, take out the pedo shit. What about what you've done to your son? He makes a YouTube channel, you get a hold of it, and you start talking racist shit on it.
Destroying it.
Start attacking people for the color of skin and for their nationality. You've bankrupted the kid. Look what you've done to the property that they bought you, Barry. I'll bet your mom wouldn't come in your house and sit on your couch or sit on a chair in your house unless she wiped it off with a Clorox bleach wipe first. Because she seemed like she was a classy lady. She was a member of the Red Hat Society. She had to be somewhat classy because that's a big deal for rich people, for wealthy people.
Alright, let's get into the last thing and then we'll move on to the next video because I'm not going to spend the next... I'm trying not to spend the next...
So, Barry, you're fucked because I keep talking to them. They said there's accusations that was made. Once I find out and I can prove what the fuck they're saying...
It might not even last that long if the fucking we get the state troopers to pick up on the shotgun.
Right. I mean...
When we go in there next month to show them the evidence.
Even if they pick up on it. Once I find out what these accusations was, or if there was charges pressed, or whatever...
And Barry, you'll be going back to the same jail. And with you looking like how you look, people are going to run your name through YouTube. And Barry, what videos do you think are going to pop up, buddy? How well do you think you're going to look then?
There ain't one family member that got any use for Barry, folks.
In fact,
Not
he's
one.
the one that stole some stuff.
They might be nice to him when he talks to them, but...
Got them to file charges on me, a felony charge. And they put a arrest warrant for my arrest. I didn't even know it. They didn't call me.
Alright, hang on. Barry, For one thing, when somebody issues a warrant for your arrest, they don't let you know that you have a warrant.
Not until they show up at your house
Yeah.
with the motherfucker. So they're going to be like, they're going to email. This motherfucker talks about email.
Yeah.
The police are going to email you. They're going to call you and say, hey, you got a warrant. Run, motherfucker. You know, you got a head start now, buddy.
So y'all remember when me and Dad came out and said he was convicted of stealing a lamp and shit? He admits it here in a minute. But he tries to say he got out of
He
it.
tries to say he spent $5,000. It was
Bullshit.
more than a lamp. It was stealing from the charges that he's pled to twice is stealing from an elderly or disabled person. I don't know anything about a lamp and shit. That's the charges that was on the jacket that I seen online.
And Dad, how many jails have you been into where the food was great? Awesome, water was great.
No, the water's the same fucking water, but if it's an old jail, it's gonna have old pipe. I mean, listen, man, when you go to jail, it's not supposed to be nice. I just watched a special where this sheriff at the jail, because that's who runs the jails, folks.
Sure.
Is a sheriff. A sheriff is the only law enforcement officer that don't have a boss to answer to. He is elected. It's an elected position, so he only answers to the people. This motherfucker, he serves the inmates that get sent to lockdown some kind of burger that he has made. Yeah. And it's made out of like carrots and fucking turkey, and it's nasty, man. I mean, the point of, when you go to jail, they're gonna make you suffer. They have a fucking so many calories a day. The state mandates that they have to serve you, the federal government. They have to feed you them many calories a day, each inmate. So as long as you're getting that calorie intake on paper, they're good. Because the cooks at the end of the year, that's their bonus. The money the cooks in the jail save on food, that's their bonus at the end of the year. At least that's how it is in Vigo County. And let me tell you why. I was a trustee, man. They add fat to that shit just to boost up the fucking shit.
Alrighty, folks. Last thing before I let Barry talk. My point I'm getting at is jail ain't a fucking summer camp. You did something wrong. You belong to be there. You break the law, you get what you get.
And to the ones that's innocent in jail, it's not your fault you're in jail, but understand this, by the cops' eyes, you're guilty. So they don't give a fuck if you're innocent or not. As long as you're guilty on paper, they don't care.
And Barry's as guilty as they come. Now let's let him play.
They didn't leave an email, send me a letter.
This clown.
Getting stopped, pulled over, and arrested, my car impounded for a felony theft of a bunch of lies that my brother, manufactured.
That's something I want to point
I
out,
was
folks.
charged with stealing a UC blanket
Listen.
that my mother gave me. I was charged with stealing a lamp that my neighbor up the street gave me.
That would be petty theft,
it's
folks.
just
That wouldn't be a felony.
crap,
Google it.
you know?
What do you think the
Yeah.
value of all that shit is? To be a felony theft, it has to be over so much money.
They stole all the money. They stole the fortune from my son.
So
We're
Barry,
talking
tell us
millions
truth.
of dollars.
Stole the
And,
fortune from my son,
he's
not from
hurt
me,
with
folks.
that one. He's the thief.
You hear me, Barry?
You know,
I already
that's
knew
gonna
that.
Get you, Mac.
I've been saying that this whole
He's
time.
gonna get you.
I know
That's all
about
there
you,
to it, Karma's gonna get you. I told you about it before. And what happened? You lost
You're
your
done.
trustee position. Your
All right, folks, that's it. I'm not going to finish this out. The name of this video is Oil Change on My John Deere and what has been grinding my gears. Feel free to go watch this one if you care to.
Yeah.
We're going to move on to another one.
Now, we opened up the playpen. We took out the baby maker and opened up the playpen.
Yeah.
Winnie! I couldn't stand the stink in there if I went in his lobby or his apartment, you know what I mean? Them guys are nasty, you know that, right? And black people don't take a bath. Oh my God. They get these what they call ringworms in their head. Oh my God. And talk about lice. Oh my God. And the women are just as nasty. Oh God, no. I was like, what the? Oh. They stink that bad? Oh. And their clothes are probably all just, ugh, Oh my God. Yeah, I had one of them.